Well, hey friends, welcome back to the cabin. I bet it's been a minute since you have seen this boom all by its lonesome. I actually had to take it off of the box blade to be able to do some dirt work because I'm not going to be able to finish the third section of the workshop down there until I get that dirt pile moved. And I didn't want to move it somewhere and then have to move it again because I don't have the dirt work done on the other side of the cabin. So I'm going to have to try to do that myself because I've tried calling around and really can't get anybody up here to do it. So we're going to take Big John, our new TYM 574, with the box blade and the bucket on the front and do whatever we can do to get the landscaping in place so that I can move that big dirt pile down there to start that last section. Anyway, I had to take the boom off. I've had lots of folks ask about how did I do this or that. I basically just welded 2 pieces of 1/2-inch steel on that box blade where I can put the pins in right down here. And then up here at the top, I went ahead and used another top link for the tractor to be able to hook into the other top link that I put, because most attachments have 2 sets of holes right there, so I had to be able to hold it upright, otherwise it would pivot, right? So I use this other top link to go there, and that puts all the weight, it transfers it all to the tractor. But anyway, that's how I hooked that up. And I also had to take off the ball on the back. Now the way that worked was, originally I had a piece welded that I could actually hook and put a pin in here, but the metal on the box blade wasn't really heavy duty. So what I did was, these are actually 2 stabilizer bars from an old tractor. I actually welded them on there, or my neighbor did, to where they will go up and hook into the boom, and that stabilizes that to where that metal doesn't flex. Anyway, I had to take, these are all quick connect by the way, except this portion right here. I did have to take a bolt out. So now we're ready to do some dirt work. And recently we made a purchase and we like it so well I thought I would share it with you. So this is the new Harbor Freight Predator, that's what it's called, generator. Now the other one that I have down there is a Westinghouse, but I'll tell you what, compared to it, this runs so much quieter and it actually puts out more. So right here's where you've got a start switch right here, or you can start it remotely, and what you do is you press it once, the light comes on, press it again, how quiet is that? It's also got, now I've been running this probably 3 days now, which is 3 or 4 hours at a time, and I've only used a half of a tank, and the tank just holds a little over 2 gallons on fuel. But this is a dual fuel generator. Right here you can also plug in propane, and if you're running on propane, the wattage, the output down here is 3600. If you're operating on gasoline, 3900. It says that it runs more efficiently on gasoline. You've got parallel output ports right here where you can hook 2 of them up. You've got your 20 amp breakers. You've got a 30 amp breaker right here, or plug in. And like I said, this thing right here is just crazy. And here's where you switch it from gasoline to propane or whatever it is that you want. But this thing is crazy. Right down here is where you lock your wheels. It's also got a manual pull start right over here on this side. It's got a handle that pulls out where you can transport it. Like I said, this thing is absolutely crazy. And the good thing about it was only like $999, right at $1,000. But yeah, we're really proud of this. Been charging my batteries up in there with, of course, a heavy-duty cord, because one of them pulls about 1800 watts when it's charging. It's a fast charge. But it will run a couple of those batteries, like I said, up to 3900 on gasoline and 3600 on the propane. So you can operate a lot of stuff, and if you've got one where you hook them in parallel, then you basically have what, almost 8,000 on an output, and let's see, 3672 on LP. I've actually got another one ordered. We're going to go ahead and purchase the second one, because the second one, when I get everything set up down there at the workshop, we plan on putting one down there as well. This will become a backup to the solar system once we get that put in. But we are really proud of that thing right there, and like I said, it's quiet enough where I can crank it up, go in the house, and don't really pay it any mind. So that is nice to have. Now it does ramp up a little bit based on the load that you put on it, but it still runs. It's quiet compared to the other one that I've got down there. But anyway, I just thought that I would share that with you, because having to use a generator constantly and then running into something like this that puts out a whole lot more, plus the fact that it's quiet, you know, that's worth sharing with somebody else. So anyway, we're really proud of our new Predator 5000. We went ahead and removed the doors on the sawmill because that plastic got to looking really bad. It lasted about 12 months, and I think I had put it on 4 times, so I think I'm not going to do that anymore, since I'm building that workshop area down there, and the sawmill will get moved hopefully by winter time. I'm really pushing for that. If it doesn't, it's okay. But the sawmill, the outside rail is actually about 6 foot in from the roof line out here, so it would take a good blowing rain, hard rain, to be able to reach in there and get that. So, you know, don't really see the need, and like I said, it looked bad, didn't want to spend any more money on it. And then while we were at Harbor Freight, we went ahead and purchased a couple more tarps, because I have to keep everything covered up here, or the sun will actually distort it. As long as I keep the wood covered up, it seems like I can keep the sun from actually pulling the ends up, where I've actually went back over that and flipped it over so that it would straighten it out. But if I leave it, it will pull those ends up, and then I have to flip it again. So covering them up kind of helps keep the sun from that action against the wood. But I got one also for down there at the workshop. When I start milling up the post and beam for that, I can cover them up and be able to protect them until I need them. You know, from time to time, we now have companies contacting our review channel that want us to do a video as a review for them. So if y'all are interested in that, my son and I, we were talking, you know, hey, we could go ahead and share a lot of things that you may not be aware of, or if it's something that we've already got, we could give it away. So if you're interested in that, leave us a comment in the section below, yes or no, and we will try to do some reviews if that's what you like. Anyway, friends, thanks for stopping by. We really do appreciate it, and we look forward to seeing you back up here at the cabin again next time.